All this happens for a lot of you. They have been here and waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, welcome. Welcome, welcome to, yes, the Whiskey River channel for all of you watching around the world. If you have tuned in for the first time, today I'm going to be showing you some top summertime whiskey, yes. It's so hot out here, I'm late to my own show. Look at how sweaty I am. Today, it's officially about 150 degrees. And if I could say one thing, I'm just going to say this. There's a ton of whiskeys out there. One of the main things you want to know is, well, you tuned in, right? So, for all of you, if you can do me the favor, Reaper Crew, hit that like button for the stream. It helps out a bunch. There's a like button that you can hit for the stream, and I would really appreciate it. Also, remember, this stream creates no revenue. Yes, there's no revenue on this stream unless somebody has a good donation. Donate to the stream, and I really appreciate all the donations that all of you do with the super chats. Point of the matter is, I think we're going to drink your first whiskey. Today we're going to be cooking up something beautiful. Wow. Sipping up some of this. I'm going to give you the lineup right now for all of you to see. And the lineup here, yes, the lineup here. Let's start with the first one. Line up to the right. Now, let me explain to you why this is going to be some summertime whiskey. First off, we have the tin cup, yes, tin cup, beautiful tin cup. This is great for summertime. And another thing, 42% ABV, that's what you kind of need for summertime. This is a black top 10-year, really good for summertime. Also, the Glenlivet, yes, Glenlivet, 14. This is a good fruity, easy going whiskey that some of you are probably going to enjoy, but I'm also going to say this is great for summertime when it's really, 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 really hot at night. Sometimes it's really hot at night or humid. It's a good one. Also, there's something you can't see on the stream. And one of my favorites, Russell's, yes, the Russell's rye line. It is really, really good. I love this, the rye line. This is a single barrel, but you can always get the 6-year, which is cheaper. It's about $40, and these are some great, great summer beach whiskeys that you could drink. Now, this one's a little bit higher proof. I think it's going to be the highest proof out of all of them. All of them, right? And then we have the Old Fitzgerald. We just got this one recently. Aberlour 16, beautiful. It is so hot out here. Oof, it is so hot out here. Wow. Here we go. We're going to pour something up. Here we go. Let's start off the stream by pouring something. We have our glass. Shout out to all of you. We have our glass. Nice glass, yes. We're going to start pouring something on here. Now, my option is, do I start with the Glenlivet 14? I think so. I think we should start off with this. Let's start off with this bad boy. I'm not going to put a lot because at the end of the day, oof, it is so hot. Yes, happy Thursday to all of you. Today's Thursday. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some room for some of these. So let's move this out of the way. Let's make some room. Boom. Got the room here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, and boom. I think we have some room, right? Wait a minute. I don't know if we have all the room possible. Yes, I think we have all the room, right? We might have the right amount of room. Anyways, point of matter is, ladies and gentlemen, on the stream, I want to show you top summer whiskeys. One of the main things when it comes to whiskeys in summertime, you want a low proof. You want a low-proof whiskey. You don't want to have a heavy, strong whiskey. You have to have a low-proofer, right? Something that has flavor, and we have a good amount of people watching. Please don't forget, hit that like button. If you're watching from your phone, let's get those likes up. I get no money. On these streams. These are all for my members. The only revenue we get, I said, was Super Chats. So if you're seeing a little appreciation on Super Chats or you have the membership, that is the only way we get the revenue on any of these streams. So 1 second out of your time, if you could hit that like button, it would be great. Here we go. We're going to drink the Glenlivet 14. Before anything, I just want to tell you guys, to me, this is almost like a night whiskey. You can have it during the daytime. I don't suspect that some of you want to put this on ice, but if you do put it on ice, you're going to get a little bit more of that oak on here. Oak presence on some of these Scotch whiskeys. I don't recommend ice. If it's really, really hot out there, you're not going to want to have it in Glencairn, have it in a regular glass, and put it in ice. But other than that, here we go. Let's drink this up. River Crew, you know what time it is. We're number one. Okay, so let's start by talking about this. It's very syrupy to start off. Let me tell you, very syrupy, a little bit of toffee, and a little bit of juicy, almost like a juicy pear, a ripe juicy pear. That's what makes this a little bit presentable for summertime, right? Now, Glenlivet, one of the main things in Scotch whiskey, which is good for summertime, it's low proof. So for some of you, 14 year, for some of you, you can see the proofing on here. This is 80 proof. Now, why is this good for summertime? You don't want to be drinking 120 proof whiskey in summertime. You just do not want to. This is always good to have a Scotch around that has low proof. It says over here that it has chocolate notes, which you do find at on the finish, mainly. It did say pear, a little bit of pear. You could tell there's a little bit syrupy too. It did say mandarins and syrup and chocolate. Let me just tell you exactly what it is. It's just a fruity, just a little fruity, a little bit fruity, a little bit light, a little bit nice, almost chewable. It's not too thin, but it's very refreshing. This is a definitely a good whiskey to have during summertime and really, really hot days. I'm burning up, man. Look at me. I'm burning up. I don't even know how I can do it. I don't know how I can do it, but you guys already know. It's showtime every day, right? I try to give you guys the best experience. And also, another thing, we're going to be using this Meat Mitch rub today on our beautiful steaks here. Can't wait to use this. It's going to be the first time I use this. I've been using Meat Mitch. Great company. I've been using Meat Mitch. But this one itself, I have never used it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. But one thing I'm going to say is that when it comes to whiskey, just in general, you're gonna have to know. You're gonna have to know what is good for your palate, what is good, right? And I do know some of you don't know what's good for summertime. Mainly, again, low-proof whiskey. Try to find low-proof whiskey for summertime. So, again, let me just repeat. This is inexpensive. You can find this at your stores. Really nice. Now, I'm going to say this. If you want to up it up a little bit, and you just don't like Glenlivet, say you don't like Glenlivet because it's just too fruity, and sometimes you're so sick of those pear notes and those sometimes they have a super strong amount of stone fruits on there. I just showed you recently last week the Fusion Cast, which is good, really nice, but it's just a fruity drink. It's a beautiful whiskey for inexpensive price. So honestly, you shouldn't go wrong with some of these, right? But we're American, and as an American, we like bourbon whiskey. Bourbon whiskey or rye whiskey or American whiskey is what we like. We're probably going to have this one next. This is one that I do recommend, the Tin Cup 10 year for summertime. It just has all the flavors, and it's just so good. Here we go. Cheers, all of you. Cheers to all of you. Let's drink this up. Wow. Honestly, you can't go wrong with that whiskey. For $30-something, can't go wrong. Man, there's got a lot of mosquitoes here. Give me a second. Ooh. Got one, boom, got one. Dang. It's a Thunderfest. Got a lot of mosquitoes. Here we go. Let's pop this open. Let's start the cookout. And we're going to start drinking other whiskeys too. Let's start the cookout. Ooh. All right, first things first. First things first. We're going to be putting some olive oil on here. All right, olive oil is the first thing we're going to do. Beautiful. Now remember, if anybody asks me where I got any of these whiskeys, usually I don't say where it is. We don't promote stores out here. So for some of you, I'm just going to say this. We do not promote stores. All right? There's no store, liquor store that we promote out here on this channel. Unless I say otherwise. But we do not promote any stores. So when it comes to some of these, you can find all of these all over the place. You go to mom and pop shop. You can go to the big retailers. Mostly the big retailers usually have all of them. But I do tell you, please, understand, there's nothing against these companies. It's just these companies are making a lot of money. We don't want to be adding to it. So any YouTuber out there that's promoting a store for free, man, come on. Pour them out of Riz. Here we go. We're going to start doing Meet Mitch. Let's start moving this around, and we're going to do Meet Mitch. That's like playing for the Major League Baseball League for free. We don't promote stores out here. Straight up. That's what I do not do. So I do know there's a lot of people have been asking me. They've been messaging me. A lot of people have been messaging me, asking me where I got the Old Fitzgerald. Well, you'll have to figure it out. I do know that many of you know that I'm in Miami, so that's as far as I get. I go to every store possible in Florida. I go all the way north, up to a little bit past West Palm Beach. So for some of you, it's going to be hard to find whatever it is I usually post up. But if you get lucky enough, you could. When I post something up, usually you get lucky enough, when I post something up, you go searching for it because I usually already have the amounts of whiskeys that I want to. That goes for everybody here in Florida, okay? If you live in Florida. But don't be asking me where the heck I got it, because we don't promote any. We don't promote any stores. I really, honestly, we mean the best for our members, right? And to give the best member experience, we give you the best brands that you can buy. As far as it gets when it comes to whiskeys. We'll give you the notes, but this is the only thing I tell you. I show you different brands almost every week, and that's just what it is. Okay, that's just where it is. So here we go. Let's start seasoning this. Meet Mitch. Here we go. Let's do this. Ooh, that's good. By the way, this is a public chat room, so for anybody that's commenting in the chat room, remember there's people that are watching, and the people that are watching, you don't know who's watching. They could be butt naked. They could be butt naked watching. So please do not say where you work. Don't say when you're working. All these things. I do know some of the ladies don't understand it, and I do know the men know. The men do know. So for some of you, I do know that we have members that are actually working today. They're currently working watching. I appreciate you for not saying that you're working. We have a lot of members that are working. And shout out to all of you. Happy Thursday it is. Let's flip this up. Let's flip this up. Good, good. Looks good, looks good. Beautiful. Look at this. Beauty. By the way, I don't know if you guys know, but I like having these steaks. These steaks are inexpensive. If I have leftovers, I can add this to my meal routine. I don't have this often, but usually when you're doing something like this, you kind of want to mix a little bit of salt in it if you want to, if it's thick enough. But the thing is, with these pork steaks, they're not as thick as you might think. So I'm not going to be adding any. Usually I add some salt on it. On these, I'm not adding any salt on these, okay? No salt we're adding on these, but Meat Mitch, real good. Real good stuff, real good. We're going to flip it one more time so it gets that olive oil. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So far we have had our first whiskey of the day. Summertime is here, and it just feels good. I'm going to drink just one more swig. One more swig of something you should all definitely try to get. Inexpensive, okay? Inexpensive. And then we're going to go to a different scotch, a 16-year Aberlour, yes? Nice. Like Borat says, very nice, very nice. All right, here we go. I'm going to drink a little bit more of this. Let me explain to you why I think this is a good one for some of you. First off, it's great. This one's great for stogies. If you're a stogie smoker, if you'd like to smoke stogies, it's a good one. I suggest you to have it like this. Don't put ice again. Another good thing about this, it's 14 years and it's not overly packed with oak. You're gonna get a lot of those notes that some of you want, right? Also, you do have a little bit of raisin note on here that I remember. A little bit of raisin note. Let's go. Let's try this out. Cheers, all of you. Let's cheers, all of you. And it has a light little syrupy taste. Very nice little syrupy taste. It has a little bit of toffee on here. A little bit of raisin. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of oak. A little bit of pepper. Just a tad bit of pepper. Too much pepper. Just a little bit of pepper. Ooh. And it's actually the perfect amount of spices. It's not overwhelming, right? Now, when it comes to some scotches, there's some scotches that are overwhelming and some of you don't want to drink it. I've had women out here, they spit out the scotch that I give them, right? Because some of the scotches that I have are just so a little bit more high end. This one's not as high end. So this is what you want for summertime, right? If you drop this on the floor, you're not going to feel bad. If you leave this on the grass, if you leave this on the grass on the picnic, you're not going to feel bad. If you leave this at somebody's house, you're not going to feel bad. Other positives about this bottle. You're not going to break the bank. You're not going to get kicked out of your house. Some of you have wives that kick you out of your house if it's a Glenlivet 21. You get kicked out of the house. What? You spent $200? You'll get kicked out of the house. For the ladies, to satisfy a man, unless the man is super boozy, right? Super boozy means like super luxurious. Something like this is good enough. If he's not into whiskeys, he'll probably like this. He'll like it. Is it Glenlivet 14? Let's drink this up. It's almost like it reminds me of a little bit of Aunt Jemima syrup. It has a little aftertaste of like a little syrupy, tangy citrus note. You know, Aunt Jemima doesn't have that citrus note, but you understand what I mean. It lingers like a syrup. It's nice. Raisins, I get a little bit of raisins, a little bit of oak. Oak is not overwhelming, very nice. Glenlivet, very nice. Vanilla's there. The vanilla's very slightly there. The vanilla's very slightly there in the Glenlivet. The toffee is one of the main notes, and the chocolate is really what just brings out everything. Everything combined. You add a little bit of chocolate, and that's exactly what this is. If you like chocolate, you're going to find this very pleasing. But I do tell you, you could have this in the afternoon if you want to. But to me, this is something you could have after 6 p.m. when the sun is going down, right? So for some of you men, if you want a whiskey that's inexpensive, you want something nice, Glenlivet 14, you'll enjoy it. It's not gonna be over like, you know, some scotches have like too much malt, too much oak, too much peat, too much smoke. No, the Glenlivet line mainly focuses on a lighter, sweeter, beautiful, more fruity and almost aromatic kind of a whiskey. That's something that they really tuned into. My favorite Glenlivet is 18. We have it inside. I've showed you that one. The 18 to me is just so beautiful. It's so good. There is a 21. I personally think the 18 is just the way to go. The older the age, you're going to get more oak, but the 18 just has... I don't have the 18 here. I have it inside. I wasn't going to bring it out, but you guys seen it so many times that why bring it out? It's expensive, right? Some of you are going to have to pay like $150 for the Glenlivet 18. I like the Glenlivet 18 because it has citrus, vanilla. It's just so full impact with the citrus. Now, this doesn't have all that citrus of the 18, but it still has a good impact. And the thing that stands out from this one to the 18 is this has chocolate and toffee, and it just it hits all those desserty kind of vibes on summertime, especially when it's humid. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. It helps out. You already know this month is going to be a hard month. Summertime is usually the hardest months out of all YouTube. All right, here, let's drink this up. Okay, so now I have that. That's a beauty. Aberlour 16. What can I say about Aberlour 16? It's really a banger. For the price, you're paying under $120 for a 16-year Scotch whiskey, right? This is a Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey. If you don't know, there's different regions. There's Speyside, the Highlands, the Lowlands. You guys know there's a bunch of different regions. There's like a ton of them in Scotland, and each one of them are just going to be just a tad bit different, depending on the water that they're surrounded by. Now, I'm not trying to be a historian or nothing. I'm not trying to teach you about Scotch whiskey. You could go to another channel. I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm here to make sure that you buy the right product. That's what it is. That's what the Reaper does. The Reaper shows you the best product, even if it's bad. If it's bad, I'll tell you it's bad. That's what I do. I'm not here to give you a whole list of why Scotland is amazing? Oh, because it's the regions, the water surrounding. No, I'm not like that. You could go to Google for that one. I'm here, I'm the driver. You understand? I'm the driver. So, for all of you, we're going to be driving this one up. Aberlour 16. Now, I'm going to say this. If you haven't bought this one, it's probably one of the best bangs for buck, the 16. It is a double cask matured, which that means you're just going to get such a premium Scotch whiskey, right? Premium Scotch whiskey. I'm not trying to sell you on this. But it's just one of my favorite companies. I love this company, and you should too. All right, let's pop this open. Classic bottle. Really nice. Classic bottle. Here we go. Aberlour 16. You guys need to get this. If you haven't, you gotta get this. Here we go. This pop's open. This pop's open. Aberlour 16. Oof. Beauty. There goes the batch. Proofing on this one is 80 proof. Now, which one's better, the Glenlivet 14 or the 16? Somebody's probably thinking of asking. You know what? We haven't got a super chat today. I'm just gonna say, Aberlour 16 to me is better than the Glenlivet 14. But if you're broke, this Glenlivet's gonna be, woo! This Glenlivet's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Let's put this over here. Let's put it away. So, what do I have to say about the Aberlour? Oh, look at this. Nice presentation. Let's move this around here. Okay, so Aberlour 16. You guys know my favorite is the 18. I like the 18 a lot, okay? We have it inside. I don't want to bring out the 18 because summertime, you don't want to go to the beach with a Aberlour 18. Right? You just don't want to. And you're probably asking, why am I not showing the 12-year? I don't think the 12-year is something I want to show on the stream. It's just what it is. So if anybody wants to ask that question, there you go. There's your question. I don't think that some of the whiskeys that are lower in age are always going to be on the show. They're just not going to be always on the show. Aberlour 16. Shout out to all of you. Let's nose this one out beautifully. Ooh. That's real nice. Let's drink this up. Cheers to all of you. I'm gonna really say this. Summertime is here. You're gonna get a ton of fruits on here. Just a ton of fruits. It almost has like a. If you guys like rye whiskey, this is not rye whiskey at all. At all. No means. But if you like rye whiskey, and you just want to get into Scotch whiskey, right? If you want to get into Scotch whiskey, you like rye whiskey, that is definitely one you should definitely get. There's a reason why it's green. It almost has a perfumey floral kind of a note that you could taste throughout the whole beginning to the end. It's so good. The fruits are just a bunch of stone fruits just mixed up on their own way. The only way, right? Now, Glenlivet does a lot of fruity ones, but the difference between these, it's a huge difference. Right? A huge difference. Not only is this one over here finished in cognac cask, you're going to get a little bit of over here raisins and a little bit of darker stuff there. This one over here, for a beach day, I would rather, if I want to have like a sweet one, I would have that one. If I want to have something with oak, with some fruits, some beautiful mixed fruits, nice ripe, beautiful fruits, I get this one. You also get a little bit of pepper note, that just flows from the beginning to the end, leaves you hanging on the end, and the finish is just so good with the oak. 16 years, you honestly can't go wrong. Now, for some of you that want to see bourbon whiskey, we're going to show you bourbon whiskey soon. But I have to really tune down and say, Scotch whiskey is good. You have to understand, there's a reason why I'm the whiskey reaper, right? I like all whiskey. All whiskey, all good whiskey. All good whiskey. It could be from India, and if it's good, it's good. But I'm not drinking no Indian whiskey, right? I ain't drinking no Paul whiskey, none of that. None of that. We're not going to show it on the stream. But for all of you, Aberlour 16, shout out to all of you. Drink us up. Also, you get a huge presence of honey. A big, big presence of honey. There's an impact of honey. If you don't like honey, you don't like oak, you don't like fruits, and you don't like a little bit almost like a malty kind of a taste. If you don't like that malty taste, this is not a whiskey for you. The Glenlivet doesn't have that malty taste like this does. All right? Doesn't have the malty taste that some of the ladies don't like. This one, yes, it does. Strong, space side, right? Space side strong, nice and heavy. You could also say space side to me. Sometimes I get a little saltiness on that water that they use, right? This one just, instead of the saltiness, I get almost like a little pepper, like white pepper on there, and it flows good. It gives me a nice long finish. I'm going to say, these are great whiskeys for summertime, top whiskeys. You're probably asking, why not expensive whiskey? It's summertime. Why not a high proof? I did say again, you don't want to be drinking gas. You're going to turn into a gas station and you're going to blow up. You're going to combust. If it's summertime, the last thing you need is a lot of gas in the tank so that you can blow up. You understand what I'm talking about? Yes, I know you guys understand. You don't want to put too much gas in your engine, yes? You'll sweat to the break of dawn and you're going to blow up. Combust. You're going to combust like one of those History Channel paranormal activities. Just going to blow up. I'm just going to say this. Low-proof whiskey summertime is the thing to do, okay? The thing to do. Now that I had those two, I showed you two good top summer whiskeys that you should have. One is a different price than the other one. They're like half. One is like what? One is close to 100. One is close to 100, like 115. The other one's like $35. Which one do you rather have? Point of the matter is, me personally, I already told you. You guys really should pick out whatever you really think you like. Some people buy it because it's purple. Some people buy it because it's green. That's how it is. Regular, consumers, they sometimes don't even believe somebody telling them that it's the best. They buy what they want. It's your money. So you buy what you want. If you want a Mustang that has 600 horsepowers and it doesn't go anywhere, you buy it, right? You buy it. But don't be mad when the Tesla pulls up next to you and he paid $40,000 and his thing will smoke you in a second and it doesn't sound. So there's a difference, right? It's what you like. It's what you like. Here we go. We're going to drink something that I kind of been wanting to drink the whole day. There's one whiskey that I've been wanting to drink the whole day, literally. The whole freaking day. I've been wanting to drink this one whiskey, and I can't wait to drink this. This is my favorite. Yes, my favorite out of all of them on the stream. Russell's Reserve Single Barrel. Now, I do like the 6-year. It's inexpensive. I don't have it here. I drank it all. I think I drank like 3 of the 6 years, and I haven't been able to find any new ones. But this one, if you get the chance to buy this, my recommendation for summertime, get the 6-year. It's less money, but this is going to be very expensive. It's a little bit hard to find, and it's good for summertime. I love this. I don't know what it gives me like a Punta Cana. It gives me like a Punta Cana vibe. It gives me like a Bahamian vibe. Like if you're Bahamian and you're in the ocean with the smell of the ocean and the fish and all that, it just gives me a palm trees and stuff like that. Like if you're from the Bahamas or Punta Cana, or maybe you were even from Hawaii, it just gives me a vacation type of vibe. And I just like it a lot. I like the Russells. The Russells, I just love it. I love it. But definitely understand the price. The price is, it's a little bit steep compared to some of them, right? Here we go. Let's nose this out real quick. It's just so good, man. Oh my Lord. It's the best smelling whiskey so far. It's so good, man. Wow. All right, here we go. Let's drink some Russell's single barrel. Hit that like button if you haven't already. It helps out a bunch. Helps out a bunch. Let's drink this up. Oh, man. Man, it's so good. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't like to promote Macallan. Macallan, to me, their quality has gone down. Big time. Big time. Their quality has gone down. Macallan. And the prices have kind of gotten a little bit higher. I don't like to recommend Macallan. We do have videos of Macallan. And I just don't want to put them on the live stream. It's simple as that. I don't want to put the 15, I don't want to put the 12-year, I don't want to put any of the Macallans on the stream, especially those special edition Macallans that you can get for $200 or $150. I personally don't think that any of those Macallans are really worth it. It's a brand label that's turned into almost like a Rolex, the Rolex of whiskey, right? Everybody wants a Macallan. Little do they know that there's a lot of other whiskeys that are better than Macallan. If you're just revolved around Macallan, then you probably just don't know anything. There's a lot of good whiskeys that are cheaper than Macallans. There's also better American whiskeys that you can officially say are better. For the people that like Blue Label, that's a thing of the past. We're living in a different world now. So if you like Blue Label, if you like Macallan, if you like Black Label, Red Label, whatever it is you like, those back in the days, 90s or 80s whiskeys, we're living in 2025. You have to understand, some of these whiskeys, they're not to par, especially to the price of some other competitors. So I just want to say, this is why we don't put it on the stream. And I'm never going to put it unless I get pressured into doing it. But I don't think that's going to be anytime soon. Point of the matter is, Russell's Reserve, the single barrel, you gotta like rye whiskey. You gotta like that beachness. Now, in the beach, this is what reminds me of this. In the beach, there's always like a salty wind and almost like a floral vibe. Personally, the beaches that I go to are surrounded by palm trees. And it's just, there's something about this. It gives me a nostalgic kind of a memory. Let's drink this up. It's perfect. The amount of rye on here is so good. You got a good amount of rye, nice amount of rye. The oak note is so perfect. A little bit of vanilla. And then boom, you get hit with a tad bit of almost like a floral, like almost like a floral kind of a note. We're not going to say herbal, but like you get hit with like a floral kind of a note. The rye is really there. It's amped up. It's nice. It's almost kind of minty, almost perfumey in your mouth. And it just stays like that the whole way through. Vanilla, perfumey, rye. It's so good, man. I just love this. There's nothing to it. I just love this thing. But we have to understand, I have a bunch of whiskeys. I have the whole store. Why would I stick to that forever? You know, why would I stick to that forever? I only take that out for summertime beach moments. Or times when I'm going to the pool, I take that out. Now, there's a different whiskey that we have on the stream that I honestly, we're going to take this out. Oof. This is going to be, oof. Our newest whiskey will always be the best whiskey, right? I like to say that because people don't realize it. When you get new shoes, your newest shoes are always your best shoes. For the ladies, your newest dress is your favorite dress. Your newest boyfriend is the best boyfriend. For the men, your newest gun, firearm is your favorite gun. You probably have 50 guns or firearms. Your newest gun is your favorite one, right? If you have like 3 pets, your newest pet is your favorite pet. If you got a dunk, not for the big booty Latinas, I'm talking about like if you got a, if you got one of those cars, one of those dunks, and you got some 22-inch wheels, they're the newest favorite thing, right? You like to keep them clean. You like to keep your wheels clean, your 22s. So again, let me just say this. All right, the newest whiskey every time. I don't care what YouTube channel tells you otherwise. The newest whiskey will always be your favorite whiskey. And let me just pour this up. I'm going to say this. This is good, good, good. I'm putting this on the lineup of summertime whiskey because I honestly think this actually drinks a little bit lighter than 100. It doesn't taste like if I'm drinking 100 proof whiskey. I really like this a lot. Let's pop this open. Good to see Big G. I'm going to give a shout out to the chat room. Big G. Shout out to Big G. Shout out to Instant in the channel. Let's pour this up. Shout out to my members. If your name is green, you got a membership, you paid for a membership, and I really appreciate it. There's different memberships you can get. The bigger the membership, the more you get attention. Arisoto, Eddie, Edwin there. April, Neil, Farm Kitty, good to see Farm Kitty. And there's other members that I missed today on the stream. I haven't got appreciation on Super Chats. What does that mean? Does that mean we're having a bad stream? It doesn't mean that. It just means it's summertime. Everybody's trying to save up for their next vacation. That's what it is. But yes, again, we don't get paid on these streams unless we don't get paid nothing. We're doing it for all of you, okay? For all of you. We're doing it for all of you. Super chats are the way to add to the stream. Give a little donation. You can always give it a little donation next to the chat room. Next to the chat room, there's a money sign. Next to the money sign, you can write whatever message you want to, and it goes straight on to the show. And I read it up. Point of the matter is, Old Fitzgerald, Bourbon, 7 years. Drink us up. That Old Fitzgerald, man. That Old Fitzgerald's so good. But it honestly doesn't taste like that. It doesn't taste like that. It doesn't taste like that at all. At all. Doesn't taste like 100 proof. Yesterday I talked about the notes on this one. Like if I was Nostradamus. I talked about the notes on this one like if I was Nostradamus, just telling you all the notes. I'm going to tell you all the notes today. They have changed a little bit. 10-bit, little bit. Changed a little bit. Let me drink up my water. Changed a little bit. They have changed just a 10-bit. By the way, I think I'm going to put this bottle here because it looks better. It looks better if I have it on here. Look at that. Ooh. That's a view. Look at that view. I love that view. All right, let me tell you what I think. Ooh. It's a tad bit different today. It's a little bit different. Crazy. Why would it be so different? But it is. Let me put my chair over here. Ooh. Oh, man, I finally sat down. Wow. For all of you watching, I'm far away from the camera. I'm far away from the comments. Wrenches, take over, please, wrenches. I'm going to sit down for a second, and I'm going to appreciate this Old Fitzgerald Bourbon. I'm going to talk about the notes that have changed just a little bit today. You can tell my bottle's almost halfway. If my bottle's halfway, that means it's really good. If a bottle's not good, you can tell that I don't drink it. On the second day, just like I think one of the recent ones to date was Woodsville. I think it's Woodsville, right? Woodsville Company. Man, that company's straight dookie, man. I ended up buying their limited release. We talked about it, and it was bad. Orphan Barrel, Fang Pursuit. I lost $200 and some on that bottle. That bottle was, it was a dud. It was a dud. Paid $200 something. I told you guys it was a dud. But the first time I drank it, it was good. And I just enjoyed it. I started drinking, and then throughout the stream, I started telling myself that this is not right. There can't be just 3 notes on here. Orphan Barrel, Fan Pursuit. But we give you the real deal. That's why you pay for the membership. And for some of you, some of these streams, if you're watching, some of these streams go to members only. For all the people out there that are members only, right? So you get to watch some of these streams for free, right? So if anybody's in the chat room watching, everybody in the living room, if you're cooking in the living room, you have me on your TV, I appreciate you, my man. Hey, can somebody read? I'm gonna do this real quick, just a real one. Nah, I'm not gonna get up. You know what? I was gonna do a joke. There's no joke to be done. The real joke right here is, who pays $200 for a bottle of Old Fitz? Here we go. I paid about $70. Let's drink this up. Let me talk about this real quick. Why is this a summertime? Why is this a summertime whiskey? I'm gonna tell you right now. Let's drink this up. That's so good. First off, it's almost like, it's almost perfect. All this was missing, honestly, was maybe a little bit more of an enhancement of that cherry note. There's a little cherry note. If it was enhanced just a tad bit, you enhance the cherry note just a tad bit, and you add caramel to this. Holy Lord, you add caramel to this. Ah, dang. That'd be insane. I have a lot of cinnamon. Ton of cinnamon on this end. Cherry, nice cherry, dried up cherry. I also get just a tad bit, not too much, of a different fruit. There's like 2 or 3 fruits that I'm kind of tasting. I'm going to say, all in all, we could say a dark cherry, maybe a little lighter, like a really, really ripe cherry. An apricot, or maybe not even an apricot, like maybe what's that? Maybe like I'm not gonna say dragon fruit. Oof, I should say dragon fruit, but not dragon fruit. I'm gonna say like not raspberry, no raspberry, because the raspberry has like a little bit of a there's like a funk to raspberry. I don't know if you guys compared raspberries to cherries. Cherries are juicy, strong, rich, and then raspberries have like a funk to them. You bite them, and they're nice and juicy, and then boom, they give you with a funk. They give you with like a sour. They go, a raspberry gives you like a sour, but a nice, rounded, dark fruit still, but it just gives you like a little sour tartness, right? And then, so the apricot would be good. An apricot would be good on here. Maybe a little bit of an apple. I don't see there being much of an apple here. Just like apricot cherry, and maybe a darker cherry. 2 different cherries. And I would love to say blueberries, but this one doesn't have no blueberries. No blueberries there at all. But we do have brown sugar. Brown sugar is one of the main things on here. I love the brown sugar on here. That's what makes this one of the top contenders for summertime. If it's really, really hot out here, it's 100 proof. I drink this, and it drinks like a 90 proof. This drinks like a Blanton's bottle. Drinks like a Blanton's bottle. It's still rich though. Like you could chew it a little bit. I really, really like this a lot. Let me drink the last sip that I have of this. It's just so good. Now, the one note that I told you, they kind of changed just a little bit. It almost gives me a little bit of like a pepper. It gives me like a white pepper kind of a note on the finish. Just a little bit of white pepper note on the finish. Just a tad bit of white pepper note on the finish, which to me could be some of the other whiskeys that I poured in here, because the Aberlour has just a little bit of pepper on there, right? Could be that. But just the finish is just so nice. Beautiful oak. And then the cinnamon, the brown sugar keeps this all really, really entertaining. It's just such a good summer whiskey. Old Fitzgerald, all these whiskeys are really good. Aberlour 16. Now, which one would I take fishing with me? I would take fishing with me the Tin Cup. I haven't drank that one yet. The Tin Cup is what I would take fishing with me. Which one would I take to the beach with me? There's two that I would take to the beach with me. The Russell's Reserve Single Barrel and the Aberlour 16. Those are the two. If I wanted to take just one of them, it depends on my mood. If I woke up that I wanted to use sneakers to the beach, I had to take them off, taking my socks off, I use the Aberlour. I'd take the Aberlour. If I'm just raggedy, I just don't want to take a shower in the morning, I'm just going to go like that with no perfume on, just who gives a damn? I take the Russell's Reserve. It's a difference, right? It's a huge difference. Now, you're probably asking, Old Fitzgerald, what does it fall into? Look, the Old Fitzgerald falls into like a home whiskey. Like you have it at a home barbecue. You're with family or you're with friends. You take it to a friend's house on the summer night or summer afternoon or even noon. That's what the Old Fitzgerald is. I wouldn't take the Old Fitzgerald to the beach. I wouldn't take it to fishing. I wouldn't take it bowling with me. I wouldn't take it anywhere with me. The hockey games? I'm taking to the hockey games. I'm taking Eagle Rare 10-year. That's what I take to the hockey games. You guys are probably wondering, how the hell do you get a whiskey to the hockey game? If you've been here long enough, can somebody tell me in the chat room? I give a shout out to the person that figures out how I take a whiskey to a hockey game. How do I get it into the hockey game? I've said it before many times. You can officially say it in the comments. If you figure it out in the comments, I'll give you a shout out. E8 Sports is in the game. Here we go. Let's put this over here. And somebody says in the chat room, the Panthers playing tonight. But Eagle River, I like to take it to the Panthers game. I love to take it to the Panther game. They check you. As somebody says over here. They're working. All right, so we're going to drink the Tin Cup. This is such a good whiskey. Summertime whiskey. Hit that like button if you like the stream. If you haven't subscribe. We're not an average YouTube channel. Hey, we're not the average. We're the best. Ripper Crew, you know what time it is. Showtime, baby. Let's pop this open. Now, one thing I like about this, and the cool thing, if you're in the car, I don't suggest it, but you got a shot glass right here. This is mainly for camping. This company has revolved its marketing around camping, which is cool, man. You go camping, you pop this open. You put it over here, bang, bing. I'm going to put a little bit more of this. This is good. Shout out to Abraham. Abraham, get that membership, Abraham. I do try to peer pressure some of you because, let's just say this. I want to make sure that all my members that have subscriptions and are watching the live streams, you get the special emoji next to your name. Every month, a month goes by, your special emoji changes color. If you end up being an OG, nobody's going to know you're OG on here unless you are a member. If you're a member, highlighted green next to your name, your emoji changes. By the way, that means that, yes, the emoji, the Ripper Crew, yes, the Whiskey Ripper emoji, yes. That's me, by the way. On the barrel. I'm holding you guys know a glass. I like to have a tumbler. With my whiskey, yes. Let me sit down real quick. So this is the Tin Cup, what I'm about to drink. The Tin Cup. Oh man, I love this tin cup. I'm going to say this: the tin cup to me. If you are in Las Vegas and you want to go to the mountains, yes, you know, well, how many of you float into Las Vegas and you fly over the mountains and you're like, pray the Lord, we don't crash right now? How many of you? I've been to Las Vegas numerous times, and every time I gotta pray to the Lord, pray to the Lord, pray to the Lord, we don't crash right now, run out of gas. If you end up in those mountains near Las Vegas, by where you're landing in the airport in Las Vegas, you're donezo. That's where all the mafia put the bodies, you know what I mean? Point of the matter is, this tin cup is great to take. This tin cup is great to take. Now they have the regular tin cup, but this is we only show the best, man. We only show the best. They have the regular tin cup. We only show the best. This is a 10-year product. It comes out of Indiana. It's MGP juice basically, and it's honestly the best. This is my third bottle. I'm going on 3 bottles of this already. This is my third bottle. It's so good. The price is so good too, under $70. So goddamn good. And I'm about to drink this right now. If you think I'm gonna nose this, I skipped the nosing. How many of you gentlemen knows what you eat? Come on, man. I'm not into nosing anymore. Let's drink this up. Cheers, all of you. Tin cup tenure. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Did you guys hear those kisses? That was a lizard, by the way. That was a lizard. I live in the Everglades, basically. This whiskey is so good. This is a whiskey you have to take like gator hunting, as python hunting. This thing is so good, man. Now this does have caramel. The caramel on here is just beyond what any of these whiskeys have. The vanilla on here is tuned to the max. The thing that I like about this tin cup is that it gives me almost like a orange marmalade. It gives me like almost like a citrus note that some of the whiskeys on here haven't gave me. And to me, summertime, guess what? Summertime, you need a little bit of ice in your whiskey. I don't know if that's who that in the chat room because I can't see, but is that who that? Shout out to who that. Shout out to who that. Shout out to Edgar, by the way. He's always watching. Iris Zoto's watching sometimes when she's in the bathroom, taking her break. Shout out to Iris Zoto. Bomb loves whiskey. When he's working, he likes to watch. Shout out to one of our ranches, Bomb loves whiskey. Also, Adventures, yes. When Adventures is cruising, she likes to watch us. Shout out to April, Neil, and Farm Kitty holding it down always. Shout out to my other ranches out here. Jason Kane, shout out to Jason Kane. He's a great supporter, and he's a great person. For some of you, it's hard to find good people like that, right? Just like Edgar Romeo, hard to find good people like Edgar Romeo. Good men. It's hard to find good men that are alphas. We try to recruit as many alphas as possible. If you're not an alpha, if you're not masculine, if you're not a straight shooter, if you don't know the difference between wrong to right, this might not be your stream. But the point of the matter is, look, I'm just going to say huge shout outs to everybody. If I missed you and I didn't say your name, my bad. My bad. Who's the last satisfied is one of the last ones to send a huge super chat with Edgar. Huge $100 super chat. We haven't got a $100 super chat this month, by the way. Shout outs to Karen. Shout outs to Karen Boo. I do know that she sent super chats, big super chats, recently. I think landed last month. Huge shout outs to Karen Boo, one of our members, also in Ranches. Shout outs to Allison, one of our Ranches. I'm going to give a shout out to all my Ranches. And if you are not a Ranch, I'm going to just say this. You can always be a Ranch on this show. But understand, like days like today, supporting the channel is a big thing. It's like going to church. Oh no, nobody's, it's like going to church, you know, when they pass around the basket. Oh no, the basket's empty. Doug, you got some money? No, I didn't bring any money. Oh my God, Kelly, you brought some money? No. The bucket is empty. The basket is empty. You ever going to church and they're just passing around the basket? Or some dude goes, I need to go to the bathroom, but he sees the basket? You know what? That doesn't happen here on this channel. We do get a lot of support, and I just want to say thank you, everybody, for always participating and adding super chats and really adding to the show. because these shows are really, YouTube doesn't pay me to do these shows. You guys really do, the members and the super chatters. Yes. So let's drink the rest of this tin cup, and I think we're gonna start cooking. All right, so 5 whiskeys you should definitely get. Tin Cup 10-year, Aberlour 16, Old Fitzgerald 7-year, the Glenlivet 14, beautiful, nice. Russell's Reserve single barrel. These are a good 5. Hard to find, but I can't tell you to get 120 proof whiskey. I can't tell you to get an expensive $250 whiskey for summertime. I can't tell you to get a limited edition $150 Buffalo Trace bottle. I can't tell you to do that. I can't tell you to get another whiskey that I want to put on here, but I didn't put on here, was the regular Buffalo Trace. Only issue with the regular Buffalo Trace is it doesn't fit on the screen. I only picked 5, and these are a good 5. Let's drink this up. Tin Cup 10-year. It's so good. This is so good. Why not people buying this thing? Tin Cup 10-year. The fact that my cheeks have like almost like a caramel and oak, It's with a little bit of citrus. It almost gives you a citrus that Wild Turkey gives you. Wild Turkey, yes, the company, they tend to give you a good citrus, no usually on their whiskeys. When you get the 101 Wild Turkey 101 or any of most of their Wild Turkey lineup, one of the main notes that they're very in tuned in with is a citrus note. They usually have like a citrus note on their whiskey, and I think it's really good. But I personally think that this tin cup, personally to me, it tastes better than the citrus notes that you would get in Wild Turkey. Again, this is MGP. So if you guys don't know MGP, well, Penelope. If you know the company Penelope tends to, they were getting their whiskeys from MGP, and then they got bought out, but basically them, right? And so if you ever taste Penelope that has a citrus, it's almost the same citrus you're tasting on this tin cup, which is good. Let me drink the rest of this tin cup, and we're going to start cooking, okay? Oh, man. It's so good. Oh, that's so good. Here we go. Let's put this over here. All right. We're going to have to start cooking. Yes. Olive oil. Let's move this. I'm going to start cooking, baby. So for some of you, you're going to see me starting to cook, and I'm going to show you exactly how to cook these beautiful steaks. Can't wait. There's so many mosquitoes, it's crazy. All right. Weber is on. All that is us to get ready to do this. Ooh, I wish I could smoke a stogie right now in front of you guys, but we got a review. We got some reviews to do on some stogies. You could go check that out. It might be today. I might do it today. Tomorrow. We have 2 stogies that we're going to be reviewing. Remember, the goal is to do 500 stogies. 500 stogies in the span of however long I can get to. But we're going to do 500 stogie reviews. I think we should be at 25, I think we should be at 25 or 20. Have no idea. I don't pay attention, so hopefully my wrenches. Please take note, ladies. Help me out. I don't have much as a secretary. I'm not a good secretary either. I'm going to tell you that. But I can officially figure out when we get to 100, the 100 stogie review. I'll figure that out eventually. Point of the matter is, we got the grill on. Beautiful grill. It is officially on. We're going to start cooking soon. Looks good. So, what am I going to drink for the rest of this stream? What am I going to drink for the rest of this stream? Oof. That's a hard one. All the whiskeys are good. I think I'm going to drink the more inexpensive one. I'm going to drink the cheapest one. Not that I'm a cheapo today. I just feel like I need to really dive into this. The cheapest one on the stream is the Glenlivet 14. We're going to drink this up. It's good. And I kind of want to taste, I want to taste a little bit of chocolate in my palate. So here we go. Not drinking any beer. Somebody said burr. Somebody said burr. Not going to drink any beer. Not going to drink any beer. By the way, mellow corn. Incense said mellow corn. I was going to put mellow corn on the stream. Today I was going to put mellow corn on the stream. It's a great summertime whiskey. That's one that you should definitely get. It's about $15. Mellow corn is a corn whiskey. Really good. I would recommend many of you. I didn't put it on the stream because I said I didn't want to put it on the stream because we might do another stream of other summer whiskeys. I want to put it on a different stream. Point of the matter is there's a new batch of those mellow corns. So if you got a batch previously with a black top, good. The new ones are yellow top, I believe, which I have both of them. But I drank up the other one, which was god dang good. Now let's go over here. Let's put this over here. Ooh, it's so good. Okay, Glenlivet 14. Here we go. Holy Lord, we were defeated. April, thank you so much. I have no idea how stressed I was. Over here, a $10 super chat from April. Shout out to all the military and the law enforcement holding this country down and keeping us safe in Los Angeles and any other city. Shout out to them. Shout out to April Neal. Thank you so much, April Neal. Thank you so much. We're officially undefeated. There hasn't been a stream that we haven't got a super chat. I really appreciate that super chat because you have no idea. These streams are for all of you, yes? But it's hard to really say that I am doing a good job unless I see a super chat. So here we go. Here we go, April. We're going to be doing this. We're doing it hard. Here we go. Ooh. We're going to do it hard. Shout out to April for holding it down with a super chat. Thank you so much. Look at this. Here we go. Ooh, we got Satisfied in the chat room. Shout out to Satisfied. Satisfied. Yes, yes. I hope you're enjoying the stogies, Satisfied. Hope you're enjoying the stogies. These things looking so good. Man. Hope you're enjoying the stogies, my man. All right, first thing is first. April Neal, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. We're going to do this like this. We're going to keep these on here. Make sure they build up a good. I want to move this a little bit. I want to move it a little bit like this. There we go. It looks good. Pat it down to good. I'm drinking the Glenlivet 14. It's getting a little bit dark out here, so it's actually going pretty good with this one. I'm getting more raisins more and more as I start more raisin and toffee on here. The more I start drinking this. By the way, this stream, me Mitch. Good seasoning. Me Mitch. One layer is all I need. If it was sticker, it was like pork chops. If it was a pork chops, I'd be using a little bit of salt on top. But this is plenty. Look at that, looking good. One thing I like about it is the Glenlivet. One thing I like about this is it has a syrupy, almost like has a syrupy taste to it. It's inexpensive, but it just has it has like a little syrupy taste to it, and then it finishes off with a little chocolate. Chocolate and raisin, we're gonna say, chocolate and raisin. The beginning, you get that toffee. It's nice. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at that. Looks good. Oh, you want to flatten these. You want to make sure they're flat. Once they start creeping up and they start getting a little. Got him in a new humidor, Reaper. Letting him marinate. That's amazing. That's amazing. Also, a huge tip for Satisfied. If you have too much water in your humidor, here's the thing for Satisfied for any of you, because I do know that many of you want to learn, right? If you have too much water in your humidor and the humidity spikes up and you smoke a stogie, it's going to be bitter. It's going to be watery, okay? So please, my recommendation for a lot of you, this is my recommendation. If you have a humidor that's maybe you're new into stogies, right? You get a humidor with a little bit of water in it, and some of your, I'm just going to show real quick. Before I show real quick, I got to work on this. Look at that. Alright, what I was saying. Oh, I bit my tongue. I'm gonna show you what I was saying. Let me just show you real quick. Let me show you real quick. How do I show you? I'll show you in this one. Let me just show you real quick. If you get a brand new stogie, right, from your humidor, and it feels like this. See this? It feels like this. You see this? It's a squishy. If it feels like this, you got too much humidity in your humidor, and it will taste almost nothing like what it's supposed to taste like. So what you want to do is, sometimes what you want to do is take it out of the humidor, keep it on, maybe keep it in your kitchen wide open with all the air just circulating for maybe, I don't know, half a day or the whole day, and then you can smoke it. As if any of you have an issue with your humidor that's over the amount of water that needs to. I just bit my tongue. Holy crap. I hope I taught somebody something. That goes for all the people out here that you guys want to learn. I just want to teach you something so you guys have a good time. Smoky good. Stogies. Shout out to April. The super chant of the day, April. Thank you so much, April. You have no idea. You have no idea, April, how thankful I am. This is too smoky. So I want to lower the spork of today. I don't want it super black, okay? Sometimes I do want it black. I like it. I like my pork chops, and not my pork chop, my pork steaks, a little bit black, a little bit chopped up. But today, I want to tune it down a little bit. I want to taste some of the flavors on that. Let's season that put. Let's drink a sip. Glenlivet, let Glenlivet. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. Real nice. Somebody says they need a Glencairn. Don't get a Glencairn. You don't need one. You don't need a Glencairn. You don't need a Glencairn. But I do know that some of you want the Glencairn, this Glencairn, yes? You want this Glencairn. It's going to be very pricey for you to get this. I don't even want to put it for sale. It's going to be very pricey. I'm only going to, I think I'm going to start doing the merch. I think I'm going to start doing the merch as soon as we get something go viral. Once there something goes viral, we'll do the merch. I do know that many of you want the merch. I know many of you want the merch. But this is the thing. The beauty of having beautiful, amazing, luxurious merch is the thing. This is the thing. I want something to go viral, okay, so that we can get a ton of subscribers. Once that happens, I think I'm going to start doing a lot of merch for all of you, okay? Reaper is king. Yes, yes. Reaper is king, Bob's Whiskey. He knows the drill. Reaper is king. Yes, yes. So the king says when we get merch. You guys already know. You guys will know by the time that comes. By the way, I make it a thing. On YouTube, I only post the whiskeys that you should buy. Also on Instagram, I only post photos of whiskeys you should buy. Recently, Bob's Whiskey in the chat room, so I'm going to say it. Bob's Whiskey, recently he posted this up. A lot of people have been posting this up. I don't believe in anybody's palate, only my own palate. So I took a risk. I bought a box. Took the risk, bought a box. It's probably one of the best ever since the Wild Turkey release. One of the best ideas I've done. This is a great one. You can see how much I drank of this. Really good. And I do recommend a lot of you. If you haven't bought this one, I think I would pay up to $100 if I couldn't find it. If I couldn't find it, and I was telling myself in the future, like, look, man, I'm drinking this. How much am I paying for that? $100. That's just the max. The max I'm paying for that is $100. MSRP is $50. I don't even know who can get it for $50. Just like the Maker's Mark, we paid for the Maker's Mark a heavy price, but it's worth it because I have the bottle and I like it. Maker's Mark. They released the Store Hill Farms, right? People are saying that that bottle is $100. Tell me where they sell it for $100 if it's not in the distillery. It makes no sense. These YouTubers do not make any sense. How the hell are you saying it costs $100 when you got it for free? Doesn't make any sense. Point of the matter is, we gotta work on this meat. Look at this. Look at this fat right here. Gotta work on this fat. Look at this fat. Oof. Satisfied with a $10 super chat. Satisfied, thank you so much. Satisfied is the next one in line to get a wrench. All right, for some of you that want to get a wrench, well, guess what? Satisfied has supported so much. So much. He's the next one in line to get a wrench. Now, if you get a wrench, don't be obligated to watch every stream. If you're working, don't be obligated to watch every stream. Just know that you're a wrench for a reason, right? Satisfied, thank you so much for the super chat. Satisfied with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. His question in the chat room. Let me see the question in the chat room. He says, everybody's best pour so far in 2025. Oof. That's a hard one. Personally, I think in 2025, one of the best pours, I think everybody should answer. Everybody should answer. Everybody should answer. But in 2025, with the whiskeys that we have shown in 2025, man, it's so hard to say. I honestly want to say something that some of you can buy. I want to honestly say something that some of you can buy. Like something that's new, you know what I mean? But for the chat room, type in the chat room, what is your favorite so far in 2025? Over here, a couple of people in the chat room have said a couple of things. Let me blow my nose real quick. Ooh. Damn, that elephant. I think personally, if somebody was to ask me that, just like Satisfied just asked the chat room, if somebody was to ask me, like me personally, what is my favorite 2025 release so far? Man, what is my favorite 2025 release so far? Man, they're all good, man. Oof, they're all good. All right, we're going to have to tune into one of them. All right, we're going to tune into one of them. So I'm going to have to say here, let's say here, number one. Let's put the number one. Number one in 2025, and you shouldn't pretend the price doesn't matter. Pretend the price doesn't matter, right? If the price doesn't matter, I'm going to show you exactly which is my favorite one of 2025. So for some of you, get ready. I'm about to show you because of Satisfied. I'm going to show you my favorite whiskey of 2025 so far. And I do know a lot of you want to know, so we're going to do it. Favorite whiskey of 2025. I'm going to do it. Satisfied, are you ready? Are you ready, satisfied? I'm going to show you. Here we go. Before anything, let's light this up. Let's burn the tips. So satisfied, don't move anywhere. I'm going to show you and show you my favorite. I know everybody has a different opinion in the chat room. That's good. We all need different opinions. Not everybody likes the movie John Wick. Crazy. But it's true. Not every... Oh, it's too corny. What the hell are you talking about? It's too corny. You're out of your mind, girl. You're out of your mind. What do you mean it's too corny? Crazy. You're crazy if you think it's too corny. John Wick, too corny? 2025 best. I'm going to show you. Give me a second. Let me put a little bit of... I need to do this. Let me show Satisfied the best whiskey of 2025. Okay, and this is going to go for all of you. Now, this show you could change the topic on the show just by super chats. All right, I do know he's a $100 super chat king so far. This is the first ever super chat I've seen of $10, so we gotta give him a little praise. Shout outs too. Shout outs to Satisfied. Let's drink a sip. By the way, April, we haven't forgotten about you, April. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's drink a sip, Glenlivet. I'm going to show you my favorite. Okay, my favorite whiskey of 2025. Are you ready? This to me, now this is 120.65 proof. 120.65 proof. All right? Ego Satisfied. This is 120.65. ABV is 60.33% ABV. 2025 batch. You see here, 2025 batch. This is 13 Colony, the cast strength Southern Bourbon whiskey. This to me, I'm gonna drink it now. This to me is the ultimate 2025 release. It's so good. I can't even explain to you how good this is. I honestly want to drink it now, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's the best whiskey release that I personally think goes with my stogies, and it goes good by itself. I love it so much. You have no idea. Here we go, Satisfied. He says over here, those are a lot. So this one over here, okay, good. Now there's two of them. And they both look the same. You can get the regular bourbon. I'm not recommending that. 2025 release would be the cast strength, 120 proof. This is literally, they only made 7,000 something bottles. I think 7,500 bottles with this. It is honestly one of the best bangers ever. It gives you a hickory note on, like a hickory smoke note, syrupy maple syrup note with cherry and almost root beer. It's so goddamn good. I'm going to drink it, but it has the longest finish in the world. Okay? It has the longest finish in the world. But you have to get this, okay? And Satisfied, there's a difference. Don't let the employee at the store tell you, oh, no, it's the same thing. Get this one. It's the same. No, there's two of them. There's the regular 13 Colony. The one I'm talking about is cast strength. It says it there, cast strength, and 120 something proof. It's 2025. There's only 7,500 bottles in the USA. This is officially one of them. This is number This is number 4,172. Beautiful thing. This is goddamn beautiful. I'm gonna drink it now. I'm gonna drink it now. Yeah, Ryan, while I drink it now, let me make sure. I think we have some. Woo! We have some. Hey, are they doing the national anthem? Somebody tell me. They doing the national anthem yet in the game? Hockey game. Florida Panthers game. Let me know. Let me see. I'm gonna drink it now. Before I drink it, I'll drink this up. So good. Damn. So good. So good. Glenlivet 14. Nice. It's nice. I'm getting more raises now. All right, I'm going to pour myself up a little bit. I'll pour myself up a little bit. TNT. There you go. Put it on. All right. So, let's drink the cast strength. You know what I like? I like when people give me whiskeys. I like when people give me whiskeys. I really like it. I love it. I love it when people give me whiskeys. Not the companies, just people in general. I'm going to give a huge shout out to my neighbor. Shout out to my neighbor, okay? Last time I had a Glenlivet 14 was probably in 2018, all right? Shout out to my neighbor. He knows that we have a channel, and I give him all that stuff, and huge shout out to him. He gave me today, he gave me yesterday a Glenlivet 14. I wanted to put it on the show, but I had to figure out how I could put this on the show. My neighbor ended up giving me this, and you're probably thinking, wait a minute, what neighbor gave you this? The big booty neighbor? The girl with the big booty? Girl with the big booty? A Latino with big booty? No. No. I got two neighbors. One of the neighbors is a man. Other one's a woman. Point of the matter is, he gave me this, and I kind of wanted to put it on the stream yesterday. I told him I was going to put it on the stream yesterday, but I put it on the stream today, the Glenlivet 14. Thank you to him. He gave me this. We're putting it on the show because I personally think, I forgot about the Glenlivet 14. It's really good. And I just don't like to show scars too much, but summertime is here, and you guys already know. We got to show some low-proof whiskey. Anyways, I'm drinking some high-proof whiskey now. Ooh. I'm going to close this up. It's getting really hot. All right, here we go. Satisfied this for you, Satisfied. Last super chat, send a super chat. Here we go, Satisfied. Let's talk about this. So, I'm about to drink 13 Colony. All right, let me nose this out real quick. The nose is, wow. The nose is a little bit different because this has been blended with a lot of whiskeys. Let's drink a sip. Cheers, all of you. That's the best whiskey of the year. That's the best whiskey of the year. Damn. That's the best whiskey of the year. Strong root beer, Coca-Cola. Ooh, cherry, hickory smoke, oak. Wow. I'm also getting, damn, this is good. Long finish. Almost said oak, super maple syrup on here. Super maple syrup on here. God, this is good. Damn, this is good. Longest finish you could ever experience in a whiskey. You thought George T. Stagg gives you a long finish. It's honestly, that what I'm drinking is insane. The Oilers have to win today. I don't feel like the Florida Panthers are going to win today. I feel like the Oilers are going to win today. But the Florida Panthers, if they win today, it's almost over. Florida Panthers, shout out to the Florida Panthers. Shout out to the Florida Panthers. By the way, April, do get that whiskey. Do get that whiskey for your sister, yes? Karen, yes? Woo, look at my finger. Woo! Look at my finger. United States Coast Guard, that's what I love about hockey. The fireman, third class. Joseph. Today I was watching a movie. I'm going to give you guys something. Warfare. I saw the movie Warfare. I don't recommend any of you to see the movie if you've been in the military, if you've been a Naval SEAL, if you've been a Marine. I don't recommend you to watch it. For any of you out there, April, I would recommend April to watch it. She likes like depressing movies, just like just to change your head and stuff like that. Warfare, new movie. They're Navy SEALs. The frogmen, they call them frogmen. Yes, you ever met a frogman in your life? They're cool, man. But they do a lot of operations. And the platoon ended up going to a certain place over there in Iraq, I believe. I think it was Iraq. And they showed just what it is to be in war. It was a good movie. I saw it today. This is the first movie I never fell asleep in. Today I watched it. It was really good. You can see it in Prime Video. Go see it in Prime Video. It's a good movie. It's called Warfare. All right, Warfare. Let's drink this up. Channel us all of you. Let's drink this up. Oh, man. They could have picked another girl to sing. They could have picked me to sing. Man. What the hell's that? I would have sang. Hell yeah. I would have sang. Hell yeah. All right. Oh, look at this. Oh, my Lord. What's the name of the movie? I couldn't hear. It's called Warfare. It's on Prime Video. I paid $7 to watch it. It's called Warfare. It's a good movie. If you want to know what a Navy SEAL goes through, a Navy SEAL, you think probably Navy SEAL is like, man, you're thinking about like, you know what, Navy SEALs don't do anything. They do a lot of stuff. You could go check it out, but look at this. Navy SEALs, just like every other special operation unit, they do go through a lot of stuff, and it does show in that movie the real. Like you have to put the volume up. If you don't put the volume and surround sound, ooh, wait a minute. You guys can't see diddly, can you? I'm sorry. Somebody should have told me you can't see anything. I don't recommend the veteran to watch the movie. Okay, somebody that's been through a lot. If you got no legs, but because you got blown up in a war, if you're missing some arms and you have some trauma, please don't watch that movie. This is for the people that want to kind of have an idea of how it is. If you got into tours and all your tours have been amazing, they've been a fun time. It takes one bad tour, one bad mission, one bad operation, and that's just all it is. One bad operation. So for any of you out there with a disability, please don't watch the movie. I'm not trying to tell you to watch it just because it's a good movie or this and that. No, I remember, for example, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to aim it to anybody, but my own family. Damn. It's good. My grandfather couldn't watch Saving Private Ryan. He was in the war. My grandfather couldn't watch Saving Private Ryan. Every time we would watch it again, because Fox, like TNT and like some of those movies would be on TV. Like there's nothing else to watch. There's nothing else to watch, right? HBO and stuff like that. We would watch it, and he would always tear up because he was in the war. He was in the war, so I don't recommend anybody that's been into war, into trauma, to watch the movie Warfare. Okay, it's a good movie though. Warfare is a good movie, really good movie, really good movie. It has nothing to do with Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor has nothing to do with Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor is like, it's a badass movie. Lone Survivor is a badass movie. It's worse than that. So please understand, it's a serious movie. So please don't watch it. If you can't watch gore, if you can't. There's some women out here like April that think it's, I don't know if she can watch that movie without putting the volume down. I honestly can tell her she's not going to be able to watch the movie without putting the volume down. I can guarantee you can keep the volume at 50 and you're probably going to want to lower the volume. Okay? It's that kind of movie. It's the most brutal movie you'll probably ever see in your life. In 2025. Okay, in 2025. There's other brutal movies out there, but this one's a little bit brutal. This one's a little brutal. And it's okay. She can roll her eyes all she wants to. Lone Survivor was like a Lone Survivor to this movie that I'm talking about is like Disney. It's like Disney. There's no comparison. But okay, you can watch the movie if you say so. If you want to say that, you can watch the movie if you say so. Some women don't understand when I'm talking. Like, man, I'm not joking. It's very. They don't like women in the Navy SEALs. Okay, they don't allow women in Navy SEALs for a reason. All right. If you have to carry a body out, there's a reason why they don't accept women into some of these special forces. Okay, so do what you want, April. Do what you want, but I do recommend you definitely not to watch the movie. This is for the men. It's for the men. Okay, I honestly saw the whole movie. I didn't fall asleep. We can put this in the back. Let's put this in the back. This right here looks good. Aye. So, for all of you, ladies and gentlemen, let's drink the rest of this. It's so good. 13 called me. I wasn't going to put it on the show. Now, this is not a whiskey to have in summertime. You don't have this in summertime. Don't drink this in summertime. It's not a whiskey to drink in summertime. So good. Let's drink this up. Reaper, the majority of my family, April says, Reaper, the majority of my family is military. I've heard their war stories. There's nothing to have to do with that. This movie is serious. This is not even a joke. It's a serious movie. You do what you want to. I'm just giving you the warning on the movie. It's called Warfare. It's called Warfare. Okay? I'm not joking. You can go watch it. I'm not joking. But if April wants to be all manly, so be it. Watch the movie. Watch the movie. They've never probably been into that. In that situation, it's a bad situation. And I do respect all our veterans, especially the veterans. They lost their limbs, they lost their arms, they lost their eyes. The veterans that have lost part of their body. Veterans out there that have, they've done so much for their compadres, right? Their guy on the side, their just their platoon. I gotta give a huge shout outs to them because it's a big thing when you're in fight or flight mode, when something's happening and you have a friend that's dying on the floor. His leg is out, his leg is cut off, his leg is he's bleeding, he's blind, he can't see. You gotta give him the morphine. This movie is no joke, and you might think it's a joke. It's not a joke. I don't recommend anybody to watch it unless you can hold your emotions together. All right? I'm just gonna say that. I watched the whole movie. It was such a good movie. It's so realistic, man. So realistic. People don't understand how realistic it is. Mental health is a big thing. This month is mental health month. Mental health month. Forget about Pride Month. The people in Pride Month, they don't know what it is. This is a mental health month. All right, we in June. Mental health month for all the men. We're gonna give a shout out to all the men. Mental health month. If you ever have an issue, tell your family. Tell your best friend. Tell somebody, okay? Mental health is a real thing. It's not even a joke. Don't even laugh about it. Mental health is a real thing. There's people out there that have been to war. It's a huge thing. Huge thing. Go watch the movie if you know what it is to have mental health. It's a big thing. Even the main character on the show, on the movie, he was even hit a little bit hard. I couldn't believe it. Point of the matter is, you gotta go watch it. You won't believe it. It might be boring at the beginning, but shout out to the USA. Before I say anything more, Mental Health Month, June. Rip it crew. You know what time it is? We're number one. Say what it is. Point of the matter is, look, I'm going to do this. Before I end any of this stream, I had to give a huge shout out to Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill did an amazing product for everybody in the USA. All our veterans can buy this. Shout out to all our veterans that can buy this. Buy the Old Fitzgerald 7-year. It's really good. There's going to be the new decanter looking glass, a bottle that they're using. I love this thing. It's so good. And it's also so good to be an American. Shout outs to man. Shout outs to the USA. Shout outs to USA. Shout outs to Satisfied. Shout outs to Satisfied. Says Panthers going up 3-1. Satisfied. I'm going to say it's Satisfied. I don't think they're going to win today. It's going to be 2-2. Conor McGregor's not a joke. He's screaming at his team. He beats his team. He abuses his team so that they can get the win. He's like Michael Jordan. I honestly think the Oilers are going to win today. But if the Florida Panthers win today and we do go up 3-1, we shouldn't get comfortable. We should still try to win. Shout out to Florida Panthers. You see the flag in the back. Point of the matter is, Old Fitzgerald, this is the bottle you need to buy. Summertime. I think so. So good. April Neal, thank you so much for the super chat. Satisfied, thank you so much for the super chat. Ladies and gentlemen, huge shout outs to all our veterans. Shout outs to all our veterans, U.S. veterans. Shout outs to our Marines, U.S. Navy, U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force, and the U.S. Space Force battling the aliens over the moon. Shout outs to the Coast Guard holding it down in Los Angeles. Shout outs to law enforcement holding down Los Angeles. Shout outs to all the nurses and doctors. Shout outs to all my men out here. All my men in the chat room. Mental Health Month this month. Please, if you ever have any issues, I do know that you know what? I think I've been through some concussions. Point of the matter is, maybe that's why I'm like how I am, right? Maybe that's why how I am what I am. I've been hit in the head a couple of times with $100. Did I say $100? Yes, I've been hit in the head with $100 baseball. Yeah, $100 super chat. Why am I supposed to say that? I've been hit in the head with $100 super chat. I've got a concussion. Point of the matter is, you guys are awesome. On the stream, we use me, Mitch. The pig rub. Me, Mitch, the pig rub. Satisfied ass in the chat room. What's the best 2025 whiskey? It's this one. 30 colony, but the cast strength. We showed Russell's. Yes, good whiskey for summertime. Glenlivet 14, good for summertime. Old Fitzgerald, Aberlour 16. Look at this beautiful thing. Good. Shout out to my neighbor. Tin Cup 10 year. Woo. Underrated. Out of all of them, this is the most underrated bottle on here. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got satisfied. You saw what I did? Hope you got satisfied with the stream. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This might be a members only stream. We just never know. I might put this members only. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you have, and don't forget short videos. Hit that like button of the short videos. Help out the algorithm. Florida Panthers. Shout out to the Florida Panthers. Shout out to the Florida Panthers. Shout out to the Florida Panthers. April O'Neil. I see you, April O'Neil. Also, satisfied. I see you, satisfied. And for all my members, you guys are awesome. Thank you everybody for getting a membership. Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. Yes, you know what time it is. We're number one. Thank you everybody for tuning into the stream. You guys are awesome. Now you know. Top whiskeys to have for summertime. Don't get high proof whiskeys. Boom, you got some good ones. We're going to do more whiskeys throughout the week. We might do this double stream today. We're going to see how I feel. You guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Reaper officially signing out. Showtime is officially done. I'll see you all soon. Tomorrow, Friday. Be here Friday, tomorrow. Yes, I'll see you soon. Everybody have a good night. Reaper sign out. Shout out to Florida